Hi, I'm Rick Rollins, and we're going places. Don't you want to come along? I know you do. Let's go. Hello, I'm Rick Rollins, and welcome to Going Places. Coming up on today's show, Jeffrey Huggins takes us back to Megacon. We go to the movies with Alicia Stanford. We continue our conversation with former NFL football player Aaron Evans about his art and his inspiration. But first up, after all the buzz, there's a new immersive art experience at Fairground St Pete that you've got to see. Our own Laura Burns takes us there, but before you go, there's some things you should know. Take it away, Laura.
I don't have to tell you that Florida is weird, Florida is wacky, Florida is fun. And here at Fairground St Pete, they celebrate all of that with an immersive art experience you have never seen before. Get ready to engage your senses and leave reality at the door. As you step inside this world of whimsy at Fairground St Pete, be prepared to experience art in a way you have never seen, heard, felt, or even smelled before.
So Fairground St Pete, we're a choose your own adventure immersive experience. We're really the first of its kind here in Tampa Bay, and we're all about celebrating weird and wacky, wonderful Florida. So it's the Florida that we all love, but it's a whole different dimension.
One of the first things you encounter is the Mermaid Star Motel. Go to the right for the motel lobby, which you can explore, and don't be shy, you can open the doors, or go to the left to see the first of many mysterious rooms, each telling its own story. As one of the co-founders of Olivia Mansion told us, you choose your own adventure. You can either try to decode the puzzles and mysteries here, or simply take some really cool pictures.
You know, we really thought about making sure that it's art for all, play for all, and joy for all. So kids are welcome, adults are welcome, teens love it. They think we're so dope, which is such a compliment.
From glowing orbs, cats, to the restorative water that flows throughout the exhibit, you'll spot a few key elements that just may help you on your quest to solve the mystery. But one of the coolest parts about this new exhibit at the factory in St. Pete is the way you can interact with the art. Whether you take it in visually, listen to it, smell it, or interact with it as it changes around you.
Getting to actually touch and see the art and everything like that, knowing that things won't move and they won't break, but you can actually still interact with the art. So I think that's amazing.
You can even find peace here.
This space is created as a bit of an oasis for a feeling of calmness and peace and ability to get a sense of a bit of a spiritual experience through art and through sound and through the depth that you can see with the infinity mirrors.
All of this was created with the talents of more than 60 artists commissioned during the pandemic.
It allowed us to, employ artists, show them that, we still believe in the arts, that we're still going to create this, and 145 applied, and 64 of them are now on exhibit here at Fairground St. Pete.
You can expect to see this space continue to evolve as more artists are brought on board. And who knows what's next?
The sky's the limit. This is Fairground St. Pete, but who knows when the next one would be.
So come on out and enjoy the restorative water and this immersive experience. It really truly is a place for kids of all ages and of course adults. It's a good date night too. At Fairground St. Pete, I'm Laura Byrne.
Fairground St. Pete. I got to go to that. Laura says that before you go, there's a couple of other things you should know. Fairground St. Pete is located at 800 South 28th Street in St. Pete. Tickets are $25 for Florida residents and $22 for children age 4 and up. For more information, visit fairgrounds.art. Going Places returns right after this, and guess where we're going? You guessed it, back to Megacon. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. A place for you to come and share thoughts and spirit through a cup of coffee. Come and enjoy with us here at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. Now we're going to go back to Megacon.
So again at Megacon, guess what we're going to step into? That's right, the DeLorean from Back to the Future. So we're excited about that. Let's take a look. All right, this has been a dream of mine. So if we can get in, oh, look at that. And I'm gonna try and go 88 miles an hour, right? So if we get in there and we can kick in the thing, right? You got the flux capacitor, yeah, right? We're taking off at 88 miles an hour.
Probably shouldn't have pressed that button.
Whoa! What do you mean Jeffrey's not there? Jeffrey, we got the satellite dish. What are you talking about? Why you can't find him? Jeffrey, if you can hear me, take it away.
So I'm here with Bruce Colom, who is working at Megacon, and he restores and rents out these vehicles for the movies. We're here in front of the famous DeLorean from Back to the Future, and tell me, at this point, you were talking earlier, you restore these, and what else do you do with them?
Okay, well, we find the cars, we restore them, usually frame off, get them so that they're roadworthy and safe. And then for the clients, we ended up putting all the gizmos on it, so it's any one of the 4 different models of the car, the Plutonium, Mr. Fusion, Lightning Bolt, or the Hubble. So it depends what they buy, and then we'll turn them into these, and they're roadworthy, they're street legal, they're safe, and then the people use them. Usually if they don't just display them, they will rent them out for shows, trade shows, or we'll rent them for them. That one's probably about 4 years old, but I've built 33 of them. We've done these, we've made Jurassic Park, and many other movie
That's
cars.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And is this by far the more popular one?
Oh yeah, way by far.
Yeah, Back to the Future,
The DeLorean
totally
one.
there. And how many people are in and out of this car during like a Megacon?
Oh wow. This year's a little slow, I think, because everybody's coming back from COVID, but
Yeah.
before COVID, we would have a couple thousand easy.
That's
Easy.
incredible. That's fantastic.
And then all the money that we charge goes for St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
That's fantastic. Wow. Well, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're excited that we're here at Megacon. We're excited to be part of the DeLorean. We got inside of it, which was great. And we appreciate what you do, not only to benefit, us geeks, but also to benefit charity.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, guys, I'm here today with Doug Dixon. He's with the R2D2 Build Club. Did I get that right?
Yeah, R2 Builders Club.
R2 Builders Club. That's cool. And we've got R2D2 here with us as well. How did you create the R2D2?
Well, we're a builders club, so it's a bunch of people getting together with, looking at pictures and finding, plans that, they released blueprints 40 years ago for how to build an R2 and things like that. So a bunch of people getting together and figuring out how to build them, all on our own, with not a lot of help from, George Lucas and them.
Awesome. And you get a lot of folks show up at Megacon for this reason, right?
Oh yeah, everybody loves R2D2. He's the best character in Star Wars, so everybody comes and sees R2 and all the other droids that we have.
Got it. That's fantastic. Well, we're excited to be here talking with you. Can R2 say a couple of words? Nice. Good job, R2. I think R2 says, welcome to Megacon. We're excited that we're here. Doug, thank you for talking with us today. And come on out and see him. You know how we saw the DeLorean, right? We saw R2D2. Another icon, right, in the sci-fi world is the Daleks from Doctor Who. And today I'm talking with Chad Gallagher. He is with Dalek Builders of Florida, right? So we wanted to find out, first of all, what brings you guys together and brings you to Megacon?
Well, the biggest thing is we want to share our love of the Daleks with the rest of the fans of Doctor Who and the show. Mostly in Central Florida, but we're spread out with Ocala, South Florida, Tampa.
That's fantastic. And so people come together on the weekends, build Daleks. So you do it 7 days a week. What do you do?
Well, for most of the part, these are all our own builds, and we just come together here at Megacon to hang out and share.
Sounds good, and I like this because you're just bringing people in and they're taking pictures in front of them, and there's There's no charge, right? We're all having
not
fun
at all,
here.
absolutely.
We're all Whovians.
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome, sounds good. Hey, Chad, thank you so much, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
my pleasure. Have a good day.
it. You too. All right, so now I'm with Gene Haggerty, and they put together a lot of Doctor Who stuff as well, a lot of comic things, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
tell me a little bit about what you do and why you're here at Megacon.
Well, we're prop builders. We have a heck of a good time. We've got the Scooby-Doo van. We've got an antique automobile we run around acting like Bonnie and Clyde in. We do a lot of the shows. We've got a 1/3 size spaceship from Battlestar Galactica that was 21 feet wide and 18 feet long.
So you're making nerds happy. You're making all of us happy.
That's what we do.
Right?
People ask me, Gene, why don't you charge? I said, because it makes people smile.
Yeah, there you go. And
This is why we do it.
And you said you're all around the Tampa Bay area.
We are. We're in Tampa Bay, Orlando, Jacksonville. We run all over with these props.
That's fantastic. And for Megacon, you've got all of us Doctor Who fans with your devices.
Yeah, this is a doctor's console for the 4th Doctor.
I love it.
The TARDIS over there is, I built that. That is from the War Doctor, which is your number 1.
Right.
The original guy.
Oh man, gee, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for coming to.
We appreciate it. Well, we have some of the big cosplayers here, and we've got Supergirl and we've got Superman. I'm going to let them introduce themselves real quick as well, and then we're going to talk to them about Megacon.
I'm Timothy Olmo, Superman CFL on Instagram.
Awesome.
And I'm Kaylee Fisher. I'm Kaylee BF on Instagram.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you can follow them on Instagram, and I know some of our crew do as well. So you guys are here. It's exciting. We're back right after 16, 18 months of no Comic-Cons and not that in-person stuff. So you guys excited? We're seeing a lot of people?
Seeing a lot of people. It's just a great atmosphere. It's been so long. So a lot of these people are just returning from other conventions. Having a year off, it's like a year to build new costumes, and everybody's just back. And it's a great atmosphere. It's a great environment. Everybody's having a great time.
A lot of energy, right?
A lot of energy.
And it's great to see old people, that we've met before, and make new friends, all the time. So it's just really exciting to be back because it's been so long.
Fantastic. Well, we're excited to have you guys back. It's great to be at Comic-Con again. Jeffrey, thank God you made it back. I got one last question for you about Megacon. What was your favorite part of Megacon?
Yeah, Rick, I'll tell you what. I think probably it'd have to be John Barrowman. That's the one we really wanted to see. He is an entertaining guy. He's got such great energy. Man, we were thrilled to be able to hang out with him. We got a selfie with him, which was fantastic. We got a chance to talk to him. He signed my guitar, which was pretty cool. And we even got a chance to see his panel, which was toward the end of the day. So, man, what energy to end our Saturday at Megacon with. So that's awesome.
So that's what real style looks like. Ricardo's West Shore Plaza.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. Life is moving, visible with color, sound, and community. Enjoy a cup of coffee at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
I'm Alicia Stanford. Let's go to the movies. Another new hero enters the Marvelverse. Here's more on Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Time for you to take your place by my side. It's not gonna happen.
Like most Marvel characters, Shang-Chi has a background of tragedy and pain. Shang-Chi's father is a ruthless warlord with immortality and endless power thanks to his control of 10 magic rings he wears on his arms. The son escaped his brutal upbringing and moved to San Francisco, where he changed his name to Sean and took a low-profile job as a car valet. Everything was going along just great until Dad sent his goons to find him. Shang-Chi unwillingly reunites with his father, who wants help in carrying out another diabolical plan. This one involving magical creatures and mysteries from Shang-Chi's late mother's past.
Is this what you wanted?
Canadian actor Simu Liu stars as the title character. When plans for this film were announced several years ago, he tweeted the folks at Marvel about the part, and well, the rest is history. As expected, this latest chapter in the Marvelverse has lots of beautifully choreographed action and some humor thanks to the presence of Awkwafina as Shang-Chi's best friend, Katie.
S-H-A-N-G, Shang.
Shang?
Yeah.
You changed your name from Shang to Sean?
Yeah, I don't...
I wonder how your father found you.
I was 15 years old.
The struggle between father and son, good and evil, is personal and deadly. The performances are quiet, even stoic, with the characters mostly choosing to speak with their fists rather than their feelings. The film has some very strong female characters, including Menger Zhang as Shang-Chi's estranged sister and Michelle Yeoh as his aunt. I hope we'll see more of these two in future episodes. The character of Shang-Chi goes all the way back to the very first Iron Man movie when Tony Stark was forced to work for the Ten Rings organization. The creators say they always knew, even way back then, that they wanted to build a superhero around Shang-Chi. I'm Alicia Stanford, and that's what's going on at the movies.
Alicia, I'm not a big Marvel fan, but after today, I may just be. Can't wait to see it. When we come back, Aaron Evans tells us more about his art, his passion, and life after football, as Going Places continues right after this. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. We continue our interview with Aaron Evans. In football, normally the game leaves the player. This time the player decides to leave the game to pursue his passion. This is part 2 of our interview with former NFL Philadelphia Eagle, Aaron Evans. Take a look.
I'd rather keep the people who remember my favorite color. I remember.
Which is?
Maroon.
Maroon? Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to get a maroon suit ready?
Well, I would wear one.
Okay.
That would be clean.
Yeah.
With a black tie, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We digress.
Yeah, no. I like to keep people in my life who will shoot me a text, say, hey, I'm thinking of you. The people that I can invite to lunch on the spur of a moment, and they're like, yeah, I'll be there. That's who I keep in my circles. I keep my circle tight. And yeah, I have a lot of friends. Yeah, I'm friendly with everybody. But the people who actually are close to my heart, there's a small group.
Well, you know, it says to always that as we get older or wiser, the circle grows smaller every day. I want to go back to your mom. So you're sitting there and you just tell the Kansas City Chiefs, thanks, but no thanks. Can I ask you how much the contract?
We didn't talk money, but it was.
They just said we want you.
Yeah, we're gonna fly you out. Like
Okay.
they said, your plane ticket's booked essentially to fly out Thursday. This was Friday, and like the week before. And I was like, I need time to answer. And my agent's like, you have to answer by Sunday night. I was like, okay. But yeah, they were like, we're flying you out Thursday, and they'd flown me out the year prior for an official visit. So like, I knew that they wanted me. They were one of the teams that had offered me out of like 5 or 6 teams when I initially signed with Philly. But so I knew I was a shoo-in for the job. I just needed to go. But I just didn't feel, I just felt despair.
Wow. So you get off the phone.
I get off the phone, I'm sobbing. I'm just staring there. I'm like, what did I just do? And my mom's like, what are you doing? She's like, you could do both. She's like, why can't you just do both? And I'm like, Mom, as sure as I am standing here, I had like a soapbox moment with her. I was like, Mom, as sure as I am standing here before you right this moment, God spoke this into my life and I'm doing this.
And how does the mother argue with God spoke?
Well, exactly. I mean, she couldn't. She was just like, I'm going to trust you. I think to this day she thinks that I should still be playing. And I would be lying to say if I didn't miss it. Because I do.
Well, what do you miss? Okay, let's talk
I miss the
about that.
competition, man. I miss, my favorite part about it was looking another grown man in the eyes and like we're about to like try to destroy each other, like for each play. Like that was my favorite part about it, like Will versus Will. And I miss that. I miss the competition. I miss running down the field full tilt, blocking someone or watching your teammate score a touchdown or like whatever. I just miss the excitement of it. I miss the brotherhood. I miss having the friends and the small talks, the goofy talks, whatever you want to talk about, but whatever, just like the brotherhood. Because I mean, my world now is paintbrushes and paint and canvas.
And isolation in a lot of instances. Yeah. So you talked about looking someone else in the eye, and that's the competition. So when you look in the mirror, are you your greatest competition?
Of course, always. I had to constantly check myself because you get in your own way. You get some bad thoughts, or you're too high or you're too low, and it's the key is not to get excited, not too excited about the good stuff and the bad stuff, but to stay steady. And that's where I've been trying to work towards, because I would get too high when like I would do something well. I'd have like an interview like this and I'd be like really, really jacked up about it, and I am really, really jacked up about it, but I would put so much weight on it that it would suck the life out of it. And also if something bad happened, I would get too low with it. I would let it pull me way down in the depths, and I'd be like self-deprecating for like weeks and just like, what's wrong with me? Why am I'm not good enough? Second guessing everything in my life. So it's like finding that balance there where you don't let it pull you up and down. You just stay steady.
Steady is the course. It's steadfast.
Exactly.
Always surrounding. Question for you. If they called today, would your answer be different?
Ooh. The hesitation is where I usually stop myself, is because I have so much hesitation. The answer is not yes. When I had this happen to me, it was yes. Unequivocally yes. When I think about that, I immediately pause. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like I could definitely still do it. Like I could 100% go strap up right now and play.
Your mother said you could do both. Do you think you can do both?
I don't think you can. Not with the level of the degree of which I'm putting into this. Like not the level of which I'm putting into this. I think if you want to do something well, you have to pour your whole heart into it. You can't just tip your toe in and say, this is gonna go somewhere. Like you have to like dive in. I hear so many artists say, I want to be a full-time artist. I'm like, the only thing that's gonna make you a full-time artist is if you make the jump. Because like, oh, I still have a job, and I'm like, exactly.
So you're not. You don't want it. Because if you wanted it bad enough, you will.
They're like, well, I don't know how to make money. I'm like, you will figure it out if you cancel everything in your life.
Yes, you will.
You will. You have to figure it out. And that's where I'm at. Like, they're like, what are you gonna do? Quit? I'm like, absolutely not. I was like, I'm going to take this until my name is in lights as an artist. Like, until this is what I believe God has spoken to my life that this is gonna be. I'm not stopping. Like, I will not. I hope to take this to where it has some extreme community impact. Like that's where my heart lies in all this. Art is one of the most powerful vehicles to impact the community. It is a bridge through all cultures. It is a bridge.
That's very true.
And it's so powerful. Whereas football it's still a niche market, and it's also you lose your individuality as an athlete, especially in the pro level. You're representing the team that you're playing for. You're representing the NFL. You're representing a lot of other things. Versus now, I represent myself, and my reputation is based off of my character and my integrity and how I interact on a day-to-day basis, and it has no bearing on anything else. And I like that pressure. Like give it to me. Like I want the accountability for the failures, and I want the accountability for the success. I don't want just to be in the middle. So
I want to hold you accountable for a second.
Please.
Do you think you failed at anything so far?
Yes. 100%.
How do you rebound from that failure?
I think it's how you look at failure, because I think a lot of people view failure as failure, and I view failure as another step.
Yeah.
I don't view it as like there's a business terminology, there's a growth curve, and you don't look at, like if you're looking at the stock market, you're not looking at the one mark for the day, you're looking at the overall trajectory of the product. So that's how I see it. So like I could step forward and I step down, but I'm still going that way. I'm still going forward. Even though I tripped, I stepped down. Like if you're climbing a mountain, you go up and down the mountain, you know, before you get to the top. So that's sort of how I see it. It's like I'm just constantly, consistently stepping forward, and if I stumble and fall, just keep going forward, keep going forward. Because so many people, they don't even take the failure, because there's so much lesson to be learned in the failures versus in the successes. The success is just like a nice pat on the back. Yeah, good job. You know you did it right. But when you fail, you're like, what did I miss? And then that allows you to grow that much more. So the failure is welcomed.
The failure is welcome. I like that. That's something that needs to be on a t-shirt. For everyone here at Going Places, we thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again next week, same time.
Rick!
Yes, Jeffrey, are you okay?
It's your kids, Rick. Something's got to be done about your kids.
My kids? Well, on behalf of everyone here at Going Places, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Come on, my kids, Jeff? What about my kids?